Good morning. It is 6:59 a.m. on Tuesday, September 12th, 2017. I'm Christiana Ellis and I just got up. This is 5 more minutes. I've actually been poking around a little bit. A little peek behind the curtain, so to speak, of these videos is that typically, I'm not literally walking straight from the bed to the computer on these videos. What I'm actually doing is, I attend to whatever immediate bodily needs I might have, and then I take Luna outside and feed her, and then sit down at the computer. That's generally the routine here. If it is a day where I am planning to sleep in and get more sleep, I will do those things and then go back to bed and then get up and come straight to the computer. But not that I suppose, I would imagine any of you who really gave it some thought probably would guess that that was the case, but today is a little bit of an unusual morning because Luna has her first follow-up oncology appointment today since the completion of her radiation treatment. So I'm doing that before going into work today. And so since the update on Saturday, I will say that Luna's progress has been a little bit more uneven in the sense that seemed like she was doing really great, but then we're having a little bit of a setback since then, where she's still doing okay, but it seems like we maybe overdid it a little bit over the weekend, and so she's not quite back up to full speed, still dealing with some stuff, but we'll see. I mean, she's going to go to the doctor today. Because I'm not 100% sure like how much better she's supposed to be at this point. I mean, maybe the doctor's going to say, "Oh no, she's going to be, still recovering for several more weeks or something like that." I don't know. But I mean, it's always possible too. What she'll say is like, "Oh, she should be doing better than this by now." I don't know. We'll see. In any case, like she's still improved over, where when she was at her worst in the treatment, for sure. But it seems like, there's good moments and bad moments and so on. And I wonder if maybe we just need to shift her medication a little bit or something. I don't know. But in any event, yeah. So that's the morning plan, is getting to that. Um, I feel like I've got a busy week this week, but in reality, it's really just kind of a case of, um, I have made plans to fill my time, and then all of a sudden feel like, well, I have no free time, and it's like, no, you do. You're just using it for planned activities. That's all. So I don't know where that comes from. That I often suffer from that sort of competing impulse where I feel like I never have time to do anything, but then when I do have time to do things and I make a plan for what it is that I'm going to do, I start feeling like, well, now I don't have that time to do things anymore, even though I do and I'm gonna use it. So, because obviously the times where I really plan nothing and I just kind of sit around and watch TV all evening or something, I mean, I'm not going to say that that those are not terrible evenings or anything, but I don't finish the evening feeling like, "Oh, yes, that was an excellent use of my time. I'm glad that I did that instead of planning something more organized." So, yeah, it's that competing drive, right? Part of what I'm trying to do right now is Mike and I want to actually do a new episode of Watching 100 Movies this weekend. So I have to actually watch those movies. I watched Annie Hall last night, which is, if you haven't seen it, is there's a weird aspect where it's almost like Seinfeld the movie, but 20 years before Seinfeld was a show. There's an element to that. But it's pretty good. Although certainly it's fair to have complicated feelings about Woody Allen as a person. The other movie for this episode is The Bridge on the River Kwai, which is actually I rewatched months ago when I thought that's when we were going to do the episode, and then we didn't get around to it. So I'm going to rewatch it again so it'll actually be fresh. But that's an interesting movie that I think I actually probably talked about when I rewatched it the last time. But it's got a lot of great stuff in it, and yet it also has about a third of the movie devoted to the plot of the American guy who escapes that prison and then has to lead a mission back. And I just always felt like I don't care about this part of the story very much, and we're spending a lot of time on it compared to how much it actually matters. But anyway, um, there's a lot of good to it. So in any case, I've got to go ahead and make sure that I'm ready for Luna's appointment. So I will talk to you guys tomorrow for 5 more minutes.